Hello, hello. Welcome to Bunny Love 444. How does it go? What's up, Cheerio? We're going to light, excuse me, we're going to light the root chakra so that we can get it going. And I'm going to excuse myself for a minute. I forgot to grab something before I went live. So after I get this lit, you'll have to excuse me for a moment while I grab something and kind of we'll get this started because this is about putting the pieces together. Let's protect ourselves because it's always important to protect ourselves. Know the divine messages. Don't forget to watch the video that I posted right before this one. It'll give you some downloads on the information of things that you should be looking out for and that you should know before the messages get going. There's some for you, some for me. All right. Let me get the clarity with the Mediterranean sage. All right. Now, let me put this up here a second. I got to run and grab something. All right. I'm back in the saddle again. What's up? No, just kidding. Anyways, so I went to go grab these because I want you guys to see these. I make them myself. So if you're interested, there's 1, 2. That is the healing of the north, south, east, and west, and Father himself. We have the owl. We have little turtle. And then we have all the different chakra colors. Okay, so that's what I went to go grab so that you guys can see in my spare time. Like I said, that's what I work on, is building and co-creating jewelry and everything. Okay, and I can personalize them to your colors, whatever colors you want. When they're fully complete, hold on, let me make sure the volume's up. When they're fully complete, they have feathers and everything on them. So, and then they get blessed. Okay, so all right, let's find out what puzzle pieces we are putting together. Letting the puzzle pieces of this partnership come together. So we're going to find out 4 shuffles so that we know what is going down. Again, I will be on at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for our Sacred Transformation. Anybody who hasn't seen it, you can go back. It's videos 1 through 22 that you can watch. And this is to help you go in and change stuff about yourself, okay? If you look on my other videos, I have testimonies from other people of how it changed their life and the things that it did. So you can check that out. All right, Father, what do we need to know about the puzzle pieces? What do we need to know for the puzzle pieces for the heart, mind, and soul? Thank you. What else do we need to know, Father? What else do we need to know? Thank you. Hold on. We're doing the heart, mind, and soul for the puzzle pieces to find out what's going on. Because there's something about a letter. Something about a letter or information or something. Okay. All right. So for the heart, mind, and soul, look at the inspiration and creativity of that great potential of who you are, which is a multi-crafter. You know how to fulfill your own cups. And there's a new beginning coming for some of you. So the overall energy is that new beginning. So when this information or this letter comes, it will help you put the pieces together to take that leap of faith and to be able to go with the flow. So let's find out what's in the heart. Yeah, what's in the heart? Look, you're willing to make sacrifices. You're willing to make the sacrifices that your heart is calling you to make because you have healed. You're willing to see things from a different perspective. And I'm hearing intuitively, you got the messages that there was this massive change that took place because you were suspended for so long by the divine for that inner healing of who you were. This is what was in your heart, okay? Because when she's showing me, you know, down in her solar plex, she's showing me that there was a lot of past emotions that you had to get rid of that were in your heart, and that when you did that, it brought new blossoming things to you and helped you stay completely rooted and grounded, and you learned how to start speaking your truth about it. So that's where that new beginning could come from, is that you are now doing things differently when it comes to your heart space. You're not closed off. You can trust. You're willing to make the sacrifices that are needed. The other thing that it tells me with the third eye, you know, because right here on her third eye is you're very intuitive. You get the intuitive messages. With the feet being completely red, tells me that you've had quite the journey. You've had quite the heartbreak. This is also the 12th card, which to me that breaks down to Father helping you on your divine path, because it looks like the dress is going with the flow, right? It looks like the dress is going with the flow. So I don't know. It's also telling me this is a Virgo. The zodiacs don't really play no mind into it because we all have different cusps in our chart. But that's what's in the heart, is that there's not this boredom anymore. You've made this change of not doing the same thing over and over. You're seeing things from a different perspective now. And so there's a message that came to you spiritually that helped you put the pieces together to understand what you need to do next on your journey. So what's in the mind? Okay. All right. So Father says there's a renewal for the divine masculine. Okay. So what I'm getting from this is that this masculine is now very balanced. He's gone through a lot of hardship. He's gone through loss. I'm hearing right now that he lost his loved one who was very dear. It's kind of made his life like a shadow, but that's why he was lying and manipulating in the things that he was doing, because as you can see the snake right here, okay, he was of love and light, but he was doing deceitful things at that time, and he's become more balanced, so his mind isn't playing games with him anymore. And you heard the confirmation, right? You heard the confirmation. I'm telling you, look, judgment and the rewards. Yeah. So he's put a lot of work into himself. Really balanced himself out. He's actually really stood in his power since he's been alone, because it shows he's been traveling alone. And it shows that he celibate. And the reason why I say that is because when you see right here, it's deeply rooted and grounded. That means that he just doesn't give himself up to anybody or anybody. It's like with the Leo, okay, this, like I said, it doesn't have to be a Leo. But the thing is he doesn't give himself up to just anybody. It's like, since he has gone through great loss, he has been doing everything that he can to build this home, to be able to trust and believe, to be that goat. Look, to be that powerful goat that perseveres forward, knowing that things are going to balance out, knowing that Father has the divine feminine at bay for him right now. So he doesn't have his divine feminine right now, but Father is saying, listen, keep working on you, keep trusting and believing, see your higher potential, keep building a solid foundation, and I have that blessing for you. So the divine masculine has been holding it in his mind about waiting for some type of message from divine feminine, but Father says that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Yeah, something about that instability, because it's showing me, the spirit realm here is showing me the instability that he had for something about, he was never celibate. Okay, he was the type that, hey, go out and drink, intervene, cheat, couldn't stay faithful in a relationship, lied continuously. But it's like Father came in and gave him a message for him to put the puzzle pieces together, to give him this key, the key to success on his sword. Okay, so he was divinely guided to just stop sleeping with anybody and everybody and cheating on his partners. Because it's like he kept sacrificing these different relationships. And so he made that significant change to no longer just sleep with anybody. So what's in his soul? The soul is he wants his true partnership. He wants his Two of Cups. He wants that balance with the partnership that is connected, because you see they're putting their third eyes together. It's like the partnership where it's spiritually connected. He doesn't want just your everyday, average, ordinary person. He wants somebody that Father has brought in uniquely. And he's been given a message, because I'm hearing he didn't know what twin flames were. He's been doing a lot of research and finding out what's the difference between soulmates and actual twin flames. Yeah. Look. That new beginning with the Seven of Wands, the Star card, and the Temperance, right? Let me go like this. There you go. Okay, so this is coming in and saying he had to fight through and take that leap of faith and fight through the competition and hold on to his faith that there was a higher purpose for him, a higher purpose for him. And by doing that, he got the message, the spiritual message, to put the puzzle pieces together, to stand stronger, to make himself be better every single day. And being able to give thanks to not only our Father, but to the divine feminine's energy, because this is about the duality. So energetically, he could feel the divine feminine's energy. Okay. And that's significant, right? Because they are meant to come together for a divine purpose. I'm getting that he's never physically interacted with the divine feminine, which it happens. It happens. Because the thing is divine feminine gets that download of who her divine masculine is. And subconsciously, he will come to her. And he's not understanding. He's not understanding why he's having this dream about marrying somebody or jumping in a pool or just, sharing that life. But the thing is, at the time, he was going through a massive family situation with the loss of a loved one. And intuitively, she already knew it because she had been going through the losses too, right? So divine feminine had to bring the balance back and speak the truth on a telepathic level and say, listen, I know you were trying to hide this from me. I know you were hurting, because divine feminine was hurting too, because she had family issues, right? She had family issues too. The thing is his family issue was what I'm hearing is he lost one of his parents and the other one was not the true parent. Because right here, this man that's got his hands down in his face like that, it's like, yeah, I know I'm not the real father, but I was here. And it takes a special man to be a father and stand up and, take that dinner plate and be able to scoop through the mess and say, listen, I love your mommy. So he could have lost his mommy, because this is a mommy and a little boy. So he could have had family issues of losing his mommy. And this could be a stepdad, but the stepdad was very deeply rooted and grounded, and he picked up the pieces to be that daddy, okay? So he got the rightful daddy, because you can have a daddy and you can have a father. The father is the one who just donates. The daddy is the one who's there when you're puking, when you're sick, when you're going through the hard times, giving you the advice. So it's showing me that his stability was rocked at that time by losing a mother, okay? And he doesn't have to be, he was her baby boy, but it doesn't mean that he was an infant, okay? It just means that he lost his mother, and this was a stepfather. But that stepfather played a great partnership because of the attraction and love for his mom. But now that his mom's gone, 4-4, it was a huge change in his life, I'm hearing, and it decimated his heart space, because 44 is the Ascended Masters coming in and saying, listen, we needed him to stay on the divine path. We needed him to spiritually understand that we need her for another mission, okay? She didn't leave you here in the physical just because she had an illness. And when she spoke it to him, he was hurt. Like, how do I pick up the pieces for this man, that I am raising? Because I'm hearing he's an emperor. Okay, he's an emperor. But the thing is what I'm hearing is his mom also knew that he had a greater purpose and that he needed to stay balanced. Because if he wouldn't have stayed balanced, things could have come very chaotic for him. But this is when this divine masculine actually started making massive changes, because he turned more to God. He turned more to his spiritual side. He turned more to his balanced side. And divine feminine knew what was going on. And even though they didn't communicate and he veered away, it was telepathically, he's like, I'm scared of the commitment, because my commitment that I had with my mother is no longer here. And I'm hearing very nurturing, very loving, very kind, very respectful. She could have been the Virgo, okay? because this is on his mind, right? This is the Virgo card. So the mother could have been a Virgo. Just saying. Doesn't have to be, but that's what it's showing here, is that in his mind, it's a Virgo that he's thinking about. Okay. But see, divine feminine, hold on. But divine feminine already knew. The thing that divine masculine didn't know on the spiritual level from father is that divine feminine had gone through the same thing. The only thing is she rose above because she lost both parents. Okay, she lost both parents at a very young age. And she didn't lose them to death. It's just, it came down to the father didn't want nothing to do with the children, and the mother had resentment towards the daughter because of how the separation between them two took place. So the thing is divine masculine and divine feminine went through the same thing, except for the one physically passed and the other remains. And for divine feminine, both are still here on earth, but have completely disowned divine feminine. And that's okay, because father came in and said, listen, you see it from a different perspective, have that new beginning, that you are the star, even though that they tried to tell you, you will never amount to nothing. You are that gleaming star. You are deeply rooted and grounded. And you know, because you've been deeply rooted and grounded with me for a very long time, right? You always turned to me, and you were always deeply rooted and grounded because you knew your purpose. You found your balance, and you knew by being away from these parents and rising above to your spiritual level, that your ascended masters, your archangels, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your kindred loved ones, and father came in and picked you up and put you on that rock, right? And said, listen, you are a very intuitive divine being. And what they did to you is not right. But because of their pain, you suffered the consequence. And you had to go in with the Two of Swords and make that determination. Are you going to sabotage your life? Are you going to go down the wrong road? Or are you going to make the choice to balance yourself and stand in your power and do what I have divinely guided you to do? And divine feminine seen it from father's perspective and said, you know, I'll take the new beginning. I'll take that leap of faith, Father, because I trust and believe what you have divinely guided for me, right? So divine feminine and divine masculine have been going through the same things, just different places, people, and areas, right? And when they come together, they will be able to communicate on a spiritual level of everything that has taken place. Because I'm hearing that somebody has tried to plant in divine feminine's mind that this is no good. And so with the divine feminine having trust issues in her family and being betrayed and the abandonment issues, she had a hard time at first trusting. But father says, no, I would never lie to you, my child, right? You are my star. And you need to just keep persevering forward and have faith and trust and believe, because being that star, you're going to come into your true power of who you are, and you're going to have that balance, but you're also going to be able to have that vision and fully understand that the competition on this journey is very real. And now I'm hearing even the family is in competition with the divine feminine. Okay, they do everything, including some of the children. You know, they try to sabotage the stability and the communication about having that passion and the desire to following what father is saying, right? But see, the only thing is she knows her purpose, and she knows that even her own flesh and blood that she gave birth to, who she loves unconditionally, could be the one who's being deceptive, who's creating that depression, that anxiety, that PTSD, that, despair in her life, because they're trying to blame her for what happened between her parents, what co-created the disaster for her, of where her parents tried to co-create it for her children. Okay, so they were trying to keep on that generational curse, is what I'm hearing. But Divine Feminine saw it from a different perspective, right? She was like, there's going to be a change here. This renewal is going to show that they are not going to play that competition, that she was going to persevere forward through this, whether they spoke with her, whether she had to end ties with them. She was like, whatever I have to do when it comes to the family and friends, I will sacrifice what I need to sacrifice because I know my divine being, right? So she stayed balanced through it all. But she knew that her divine masculine, right here, she knew her divine masculine was going to kind of struggle with this, because Divine Feminine felt very isolated, that she was doing this all by herself. And when I say all by herself, it was just her and God working through these same situations, because Divine Feminine not only lost her parents, but lost other relatives back to back. And so she had to understand that Father took them to another dimension, and we're going to meet there on the divine purpose, the divine masculine and divine feminine. So that's the puzzle piece that is coming together when divine masculine starts to see that we're going to go into a much more in-depth spiritual connection, to where we're going to be able to see our crossed over loved ones in the physical dimension, because we're going to be able to go to that dimension together. Okay, it's that partnership that attracts us to be able to go to that other dimension, having full understanding, by able to take that leap of faith, to go with the flow, to understand what is truly going on. Yes, what do we need? What else do we need to know, Father? What else do we need to know? This is beautiful. Yeah, look, because in order to be able to do this, like I said, in order for divine masculine and divine feminine to take that leap, to go into this other dimension, which he will be able to see his mother physically in that dimension, and divine feminine will be able to physically see her family that has crossed over, the ones that were truly there for her, who have crossed over and left her to rise alone, right? She's rising all alone with our Father, right? The stability of our Father and the ascended masters, the guardian angels, the spirit guides, the kindred loved ones. Yeah. And the other multidimensional realms. The thing is they will be in this very happy life. They are gathering more information to do something much more historical when it comes to it, because there's something in the spiritual world that they will gather the rest of the information, because the gourds are all about gathering, right? It's 26, it's about being abundant. The gourds are all about gathering the information. So there's something when divine feminine and divine masculine come together, they're going to get this information that has started, and I'm hearing it started way back in 1829 was one of the first discoveries, but it kind of dropped off and dropped away, and it goes, I can't tell you fully what I'm hearing because it's not for the public's ears. Okay, this is a very spiritual adventure and journey that is going to take them to being in the history books, to be well known in the history books of something of the information that they gather on a spiritual level. And when that comes about, look, they're going to have their 10 of cups They're going to have their happily ever after. Okay. And the reason why is because Father said that this is something that no divine masculine and no divine feminine has ever done. And so Father says, listen, this partnership and the attraction that you have on a spiritual level for your spiritual capabilities, the divine feminine and divine masculine, God has authorized both of them as that partnership to fulfill a divine purpose that nobody has ever been able to fulfill. And the divine feminine has gotten the message to put the pieces together from Father because she's been working on this a long time, right? She's been deeply rooted and grounded for a very long time, gone through a lot of change and everything else, fought off the competition, stayed deeply rooted and grounded. And she took that leap and said, listen, I'd rather be by myself and stand in my power and get all the knowledge that Father has given me so that I can bring balance when it comes to the completion of what we are supposed to be doing on this purpose. Okay, because I'm hearing divine masculine hasn't even gotten the information of what is the higher purpose when you come together in this partnership. Okay, and Father says, well, he can try to speculate, but he is not going to get the information right now because divine feminine holds that information of what their journey is to bring something to completion and to understanding so that it goes down in the Librarian Book of Congress with them of understanding that this is a deeper spiritual mission that Father is has authorized, okay, not anointed, not giving the authority, but he has given the authorization for this partnership. That is much different because when he gives the authorization, it's like when he gave Moses and Aaron the authorization to put the staff down, right? That is different. When he gives you the authority, it's like, yeah, you do you, and whatever the consequences will be, right? Whatever sacrifices and different perspectives that you see, you will be able to handle that information. But to have that authorization is something much deeper that she knows about. And so she's been waiting patiently for the healing of the divine masculine because Father can anoint you to do something. You can be the chosen one from Father, right? But he's saying that, listen, he has picked one twin flame couple to be able to fulfill this life purpose and this adventure that is going to land you in the history books for generations to see on a spiritual level that this whole time you did the work, you sacrificed, you understood what was going on, you were able to break the bonds that were coming in to try to tear you down. And that's including the partners that you have been with that, created trust issues, and the family that created the abandonment issues, and the lies and the deceit from both sides, right? They tried to bind you and stick you from your divine purpose. That was their whole mission in the first place, right? Wow. So then when we're looking at this, it's like Father is saying the divine masculine knows his purpose and he has completed certain cycles. But now it's time for that happiness to gather to bring the 10 of Cups, because I'm telling you, once this, what they're showing me that the divine feminine knows, Okay, like I said, there's one divine feminine and one divine masculine who are twin flames that have a major purpose, that God has given the authorization for them on this journey and this adventure that is spiritually going to bring them even deeper. And that's why he's showing them touching the third eye, right? Because all along they knew there was a deeper connection. Okay, what else do we need to know, Father? Yeah, and I'm hearing, yeah, I'm telling you, confirmation. There's the twin flame. 9 of coins. Look, this twin flame couple that Father is talking about is going to have gratitude, great gratitude, and live a very luxurious life for the journey that they are embarking on a much deeper level that no man, no woman has completed. And they will be able to go to the different dimensions, from the physical world into the different dimensions, because they have great gratitude and great respect of what Father has granted them. Wow. I'm telling you. And there's 11 major arcanas out here. So that's the divine path. I'm telling you, for the twin flames. This is a twin flame, one divine masculine, one divine feminine, who is going to get some type of letter or some type of information for the divine masculine to know that there is something that is going to be massively life-changing, because his mother tried to show him before with the Ascended Masters, 44. 44 is all about being abundant, standing in your power, and the Ascended Masters watching over you. And you're also going to be able to, okay, they said, don't say that. All right. You're going to meet connections. They said that I can put it this way. You're going to meet connections that are going to flabbergast you, that are going to make you look at things in a whole different perspective of what you've been dealing with on a spiritual level right here. You think this embarkment is hard? Yeah, it's like I picked, yeah, look what came out. 3 of Cups, baby. 3 of Cups. This is the communication, because this is going to be a celebration that you bring to the community. This is something that is of pure divine testimony, that is deeply rooted and grounded for all the collectives on this earthly 3D matrix. And it's going to come from the heart chakra, because this is a pure divine mission that is being given to one divine feminine, one divine masculine. What else do we need to know, Father? Thank you. What else do we need to know? Thank you. I'm telling you. Ha! Look. That's right, because they both know how to fulfill their cups. And you have the 9 of Wands and the 2 of Swords, okay? So no matter who tried to sabotage them, they made the right choice, and they persisted and persevered forward. They weren't afraid to set boundaries. They weren't afraid to put the past behind them. They weren't afraid to do the work on them and do everything from a loving heart space. They actually were trained on a spiritual level, because the 2 of Swords is actually the high priestess. This is the high priestess in training. Look, the high priestess is here with her twin flame. So she's been on this journey for a very, very long time. But they made the right choices. They weren't afraid to put their past behind them. They weren't afraid to cut these people off. And it was even saying that, 333, okay? That is a massive blessing in itself, because 333 is talking about change. It's something about your career. It's about being able to focus. It's about being able to be prepared, right? Because this is in training, right? To be prepared for something magnificent, something with huge success, something that Father has given the authorization for this twin couple to be the most richest in the world. And I'm hearing right now, even more richer than Elon Musk. Okay, so I'm telling you, this is massive. This is massive. And with Father bringing this to the surface, it's like, woo, confirmation. I'm telling you, confirmation. And that's confirmation about being able to fulfill your own cups and staying deeply rooted and grounded, and not letting these people tear down your towers, and instead being able to keep your faith, fighting through the hard competition and persevering forward. Because with the Queen of Swords, you're a quick thinker, you're a great influencer, and no matter how many times they tried to knock you down, you weren't afraid to rebuild. You weren't afraid to go through the transitions. You weren't afraid to be left out in the cold, because you knew that your manifestations were coming every step of the way for the hard work that you did, the strength and endurance that you had, and the stamina, that nurturing to not juggle the energies and deal with each individual on a very nurturing level, loving level, to be able to go into solitude when Father said, because you are the leader. And look, you stand in your power, baby. I'm telling you, can't make it up. Because, yeah, look, these little deceptive people on their betrayal want to come out all the time. But listen, you ain't afraid of nothing. You faced your fears, you've healed your stuff, and there ain't nothing they can do. So that is beautiful. That is beautiful. All right, so he wants us to get one of these. What do we need to know, Father? What do we need to know? Yeah, look, change your focus. These are juniper trees, right? Wow. For your stability, Father, right here, you have the greatest potential. You are all about your divine spiritual being, and you follow our Father with that stability, right? But there's 7 juniper trees. Juniper is about protection. It's God's protection with that tree. And when it says change your focus, it is coming in with, like the 5 of swords. This would be like the no, it'd be like the 5 of cups. I'm hearing the 5 of cups. Yeah, he's telling me this would be like the 5 of cups, because people are wanting you to feel some type of loss, some type of regret. And Father said, look, you hold the Holy Grail. You hold the Holy Grail. What else do we need to know? Yeah, look, I'm telling you, crown chakra, Father coming out. You hold the Holy Grail, and your joy and stability is deeply rooted and grounded, and you can manifest anything. Just breathe and communicate with our Father, because your dreams and decisions are coming through, because you follow your intuition, and you are going to have success and massive growth, and to move forward in your heart space, to rebuild, to communicate about it, to take the lead, because you are healed and broke the constraints, and you trust in our Father to shine your divine light, okay? And so therefore, Father is saying, listen, you stand in your power at all times. Ouch. You stand in your power at all times, because look, this is considered the Sun card, and that came out twice. That is Father. This is Father and you, to be able to shine your divine light, because you shine it from your heart. You shine it from your soul. You shine it from the core, right? and you fully trust and believe. This is like the Fool card, right? You trust and believe. It's like you ain't afraid to take that jump, because look, spiritually, Father has got you. You are doing it from unconditional love, and they've got you every step of the way. Every step of the way. And I'm with the rebuild and the heal card. Okay, so the rebuild is like the tower. Where'd the tower go? Right here. Okay, you ain't afraid to rebuild. When somebody, look at that strong foundation you had compared to what you used to have, and they tried to break that tower down. But the thing is the divine protected this. The divine protected you every step of the way. Even when they lashed out at you, it bounced back to them instantly. And that's why it was easy for you to heal, because this is the star card twice. This is trusting and believing and doing everything out of unconditional love to be successful, getting the downloads to be able to move forward, right? Move forward, because this is the Lover's card. Lover's card wasn't out here. But it's you being able to move forward no matter what. Because look, you and your divine feminine, nobody can break what God has ordained. Nobody, because God is in charge of that passion and that power of that partnership and the attraction that the twin flames have for each other. So just know that, like I said, nothing can be stopped when Father's in charge. Nothing can be stopped. So that is your beautiful reading, sending lots of love and light. And like I said, it's magnificent, because look at that passion. This is the infinity, right? This is infinite. You are infinite together, and you are infinite as the twin flame to get your 10 of Cups and complete a mission that Father wants you to grab more information about, a stable mission that he is putting you on. Okay, you turn it like that, there's the infinity symbol right there, and it's divine masculine and divine feminine, because you both hold the power within you and you both trust and believe. So yeah, that is the message that put the pieces together, right? Yes, much love to you, soul sister. Much love to you. And God bless you, sweetheart. And I'll be on. I'm gonna, since it's already 6:30, I will come on about 7:15 Central Standard Time. Then that way it gives me time to get this lesson shuffle in and get everything ready for our sacred transformation. So I'm sending you all love and light. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the little notification bell so you know when I go live. Don't forget to share the messages, because this message alone, I'm telling you, beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, it's been a lot of hard work and a lot of pain and a lot of suffering, but overall, Father has a bigger, much bigger mission for a divine feminine and a divine masculine. So sending you lots of love and light. Blessings. May your wishes and dreams come true. And I will see you at 7:15 Central Standard Time. Peace.